Alright guys, it's October 9th, 2013. It's 11:20 p.m. I'm glad I woke up for this one right here. Check this out. Alright, what I found in this story right here is before this page loads, if you look at it, there's going to be hidden messages in there like NSA. There's a code words in there, so you'll just have to go back and forth and you'll catch it real quick. If you can get it to pause, you'll see it. But here's the story. Hold on, my internet's going real slow. Seems like they're trying to slow down everything. Basically, they got all the satellites and stuff like that offline, so you can't see into space, or you can't see on, like from the sky down. It says Obama treats the secret bunker as big event draws near. It says a truly grim urgent action bullet issued by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs MOFA earlier today stated that the main intelligence director at GRU has received word from highly placed sources within the Pentagon that President Barack Obama this past week canceled a trip to Asia and has retreated to many of his top aides to the mysterious and newly built White House bunker in preparation for what many in the world's intelligence agency are calling the big event. I'll tell you guys, most of you know what the big event. They just won't tell the people, but in like 3 weeks we're going to be hit. When Comet Ison goes around the sun, the tail has a bunch of asteroids and stuff, and the Earth is going to get hit by just unheard amounts of asteroids, and so that's what I was talking about the other day. It's like, hopefully we make it, but if not, you want to get right with God. That's what I was talking about, the mountains. Like, as long as we know, like, at least get 20 minutes notice before they start dropping down. If we can get up into the mountains, it'll give but less of a target to hit, and then the mountains will break up the energy impacts. It says important notice are the GRU sources were notified by the Pentagon counterparts last week that Obama was preparing to invoke the powers given to him under 50 USC Chapter 13 to hold the various powers given to him under 50 USC Chapter 30. Okay, to hold the various American states are now in a state of insurrection. They forgot to tell us, right? Hey, by the way, people, our country's considered in insurrection right now, in a state of insurrection. So basically, what it's doing, you have to just go to WhiteHouse.gov, type in executive orders, look at all the executive orders for the last 2 years, and you will understand the whole picture. They have executive orders put in place so when the big event happens, it shuts down the government. That's why the senators and all that are just acting like, oh, it's no big deal, because they know they're not going to lose their positions, and whether you're not going to be able to vote anymore. If you make it through this, you're not going to be voting. It says equally important to note, this FOFA bulletin says that the mysterious white bunker was completed last September 2012 at a cost of $86 million US and had taken over 2 years to complete, and whose purpose remains clouded in secrecy. Of course. Critical to note, this bulletin says is that Obama quietly last month extended the post 9/11 declaration of national emergency, thus giving him the power to take over American should he choose. At the same time, the Declaration of National Emergency also lets NDAA. So that means feds from other states can just run through and pick you up, and you could be the best citizen in the whole state. They're going to put you places. Go look at the executive orders. When this is activated, they can pick you up and force labor you. It's clear as day. It says you will be used as forced labor, and then how you tell it's for the United States is everybody inside the FEMA camps are going to be registered through their social security numbers. Joining Obama in his plan to take over the United States, this bulletin continues that his journalist cohorts, otherwise known as prostitutes, who now include America's top conservative reporters who were summoned yesterday to a secret, off-record White House meeting with the president. To what end Obama is ordering his propaganda media allies to prepare the American people for, this bulletin further states can be gleaned from their recent reporting, which includes former U.S. Assistant Secretary of the Treasury Paul Craig Roberts, who is advocating that Obama declare a national emergency and rule as a dictator. 2. U.S. Congress member Shelley Jackson Lee, who is advocating that Obama declare martial law. Number 3. New York Times columnist Thomas Friedman, who is advocating that the American people stand with Obama as democracy itself is at stake. Number 4. New York Times guest columnist and professor of history at Princeton University, Sheen Wentz, warning that Obama regime has neglected to do its utmost to defend the Constitution, punish Republicans, he said, have brought their country to ruin. 5. Nobel Prize winner economist Paul Krugman advocating that Obama create a constitutional crisis in order to defy Republican blackmailers. Of the greatest danger facing the American people, MOFA historically analysts in this bulletin say, is Obama becoming a modern-day Abraham Lincoln, who was the 16th president of the United States and who engineered its 1865 war. I got a really good book on Abraham Lincoln. I bought it for my son to read. It's really good. It's Lincoln and his gang or something like that. It's in the living room. It's really good. You really start understanding Abraham Lincoln more than what the dumb little things they tell you in school, like, oh, you had a freaking hat and chopped down a cherry tree and freed the slaves. There's a whole lot more than that. There's a lot to that. Lincoln, who had proclaimed prior to his becoming president that eliminating every last black person from American soil would be a glorious consummation, and who in his first inaugural address stated, I have no purpose, directly or indirectly, to interfere with the institutions of slavery in the states where it exists. I believe I have no lawful right to do so, and I have no inclination to do so. Nevertheless, forced his nation into civil war and became the first leader of the United States to suspend its constitution and rule with dictatorial powers. I don't know if most of you guys already know. You've seen the video. We got the videos from cell phones of all these military troops moving on the streets now. I mean, they're just down the freeways, just lines of freaking military in every state. It's not like they're going to the base or they're posting up. They're moving quick too. You got thousands of tanks being, delivered to different states, to the trains. You got convoys of military. See, because here's what the situation is. The way the plan is set up is they've been letting the cops kind of get away with a lot of things because they're raising tension, and their whole plan is the citizens, the cops will be killed off real quick because the military is not going to come in until after the cops started getting shot, and they're not armed enough. They're not going to make it. There's not enough of them, and then that way they're going to bring in the military. But here in Salt Lake City, I put it up before, but I have the letter from the Sheriff's Association that told Obama, if you come into our state, we're going to die defending our state. It's just like, no duh. But, you got everybody, oh, they're the government, they're so... Dude, they don't care about you. They're the government, they're not your state. So today, this bulletin continues. Obama has become the first president in American history to declare he will not negotiate with his equal counterparts in the U.S. Congress, has ordered federal workers to make life as difficult, negotiate with his equal, make life as difficult for people as we can, has suspended all oversight of his massive NSA spying apparatus. Oh, another story. There was an explosion down at the NSA building here in Utah where they were putting that big NSA. So it shut down for now. So NSA is kind of, screwed right now. But Yeah. So you got a little leeway right now. It says it has the most. It says the NSA spying apparatus has the most trouble and feared secret police force since the Cold War, and controls over 120,000 armed federal agents. He can unleash upon his people at a moment's notice, and that has been described as equally as powerful as the U.S. military. And then I put it up, everybody else has put it up too. The Obama Brigade, they started right after 9/11. These kids were probably 16, 17 at that age. They're in their 20s now. So most of your younger government, like TSA, DHS, some of those are the ones that grew up as Obama Brigade. You can go look at them. They think Obama is God. And it's just, anyways, that's the same ones they're arming because what their fear was is that the United States military will not, come undone on their people. So they have the Obama Brigade, which is just as strong, just as well funded as the American military. Remember when he said that? And it's a summation. This bulletin warns with Obama now securing in his bunker, threatening priests with arrest if they minister to U.S. soldiers. See, that's another big thing is that they absolutely are banning God from everything. You're not allowed to. The priests, they told the Catholic Church, you do not talk about God to our troops. And it's like, whoa. And that don't even wake up people here. And this is a church state right here. And it's like, you guys don't understand. They don't have plans of churches in here. They're going to kill the churches like they're doing in over in the Middle East. You see how like in Syria, Egypt, they're massacring the Christians. They're going to do the same thing here. But Utah will be good for a while, but it's not. You're not going to have authoritarian government and then have one state that's a church. It's not going to work. They're going to make, from what the document I've seen is, once this goes in effect, the Mormon church is going to be disbanded instantly. Bam, you're not. It's done. All their power, everything that they had, is gone. All right, so that falls in with that. It says security threatening priests with arrest if they minister to U.S. soldiers. U.S. banks stuffing ATMs. I forgot to tell you guys that they're stuffing. They didn't say nothing, but they're stuffing the ATMs with extra cash because they're planning. They're expecting a bank run. What a bank run is when all that money in those ATMs run out, you will not be able to get your money out of the bank. Whatever money you have or supplies you have, that's all you got. So don't always, I don't need to prepare, I'll just run to the bank. No, when the ATMs see that they're stuffing them with 20 to 30% more cash in case of panicked withdrawals. These GRU warnings of a big event soon to occur in the United States cannot be dismissed, as they may in fact point to a complete overturning of America in the coming weeks. But whatever. Just remember, you guys are prepared. Don't you panic. Everyone around you is going to panic. You keep your head and let them kill themselves off. Let them sink. You need to be strong. You got your supplies, you got your weapons, and you got your groups. Just let everybody. Everybody's going to explode. You can't defend everybody. You tried. You can't. You have to just. You can't do it. Plus, they really don't even deserve it. The only ones I have a little bit of sympathy is the women and the children, because once this happens, you're going to have the people from the West Valley coming there. Women are going to get raped, all kinds of. This is going to be fucking horrible. Everyone, don't do anything, don't say anything. Yeah, well, don't fucking cry to us when you're fucking, my wife got raped, my family got murdered. What, so? I thought we were all crazy. Right? I'm scared of guns. Those guns are bad. No, the guns were to keep this from happening. Whatever, man, whatever. Just make sure you hug your children. It's not their fault. Okay, it's the adult's fault. And you just remember to protect those children. Don't let them go out there, because there's going to be no way. The whole system is about to collapse. You know, you'll have your cops, but it'll be like in a state when a disaster has just happened. They're going to be disorganized. It's just,